All right. Hey, fam. Let's get started. Tonight, I wanted to just spontaneously pop on here and do a reading on the person on your heart and mind, on whether or not they're showing up as a twin flame, a karmic, or a catalyst. And I've noticed in the collective, just from scrolling through YouTube and stuff, there's a lot of confusion around those three different cosmic contracts. Really, they're all contracts that we make. So let's go ahead and start with a little Palo Santo. And I can never see, my camera can see, I can never see where the flame is in there. Oh, that was kind of like poignant. I can never see the flame. So yeah, this reading is definitely for somebody who's confused about their connection with another soul, and they're not sure whether it falls in the category of karmic, a cosmic mirror, which would be like a twin flame connection, or a catalyst. But I can tell you, I feel like I just personally went through a massive karmic connection, which is actually a blessing, even though it's crazy and chaotic. It actually accelerated my growth, so I'm grateful for it. But it sucks. It sucks. But yeah, so that's just a few key points if you're wondering what the difference is between them. A twin is somebody who wakes you up spiritually, kind of like awakens you and sparks like spiritual growth, and it's kind of like a deep soul reflection. There's usually like a push and pull dynamic. One is usually ready, the other one is not. There's a lot of telepathic communication, triggering. If it's a karmic, you're going to be stuck in like a painful loop, repeating old negative patterns and habits, subconscious belief systems that need to get cleared out of the way. Emotional addictions, things like that. And a catalyst, which I think personally is the most recent thing I've experienced, is somebody who sparks or just like ignites, like kind of like I'm picturing like the, in like the ER TV shows where they have the paddles and like shock you, like clear, it's somebody who just like sparks that, like reignites that passion and that purpose in you. And inspires like change and growth, like positive change, So, yeah, kind of like activates your purpose in life. And for me, what that did for me is I don't need a mirror, I don't need anybody else to reflect back to me my worth or my purpose. I got that epi shot, that reminder, that who I am, where I'm going, what I'm doing, and now I'm good. So I think that's what a catalyst does. But, we all have our own opinions around these different connections, but I just wanted to offer my perspective and hopefully bring a little clarity and peace to somebody's heart right now who's watching. And of course, all my readings are always timeless. They find you whenever they need to find you. What's that saying? When the student is ready, the teacher appears. So if there's something you need to learn from this reading, it's going to show up in your algorithm or your feed whenever it's meant to. But I always like to clear the space with a prayer. Holy Spirit, thank you so much for every single person who is actively taking part in learning and growing right now with me, alongside me, as we try to understand the depths of these connections and the meaning behind why different people come across our paths at different junctures in time in our lives. And I just ask that you would just clear away the clutter from people's minds, from my own mind and heart, and help me to deliver a clear and concise message that just sweeps away the fog, brushes away the fog, clears away doubt, confusion, and just brings some kind of like aha moment to somebody's heart and mind right now in regards to their soul tie or their connection or whatever cosmic contract that they're in the midst of fulfilling right now. Just bring clarity and truth to their heart and mind right now. And I bind any negative energy, anything at all rooted in fear that exalts itself against the true nature of who you are, Holy Spirit, we bind right now, and I loose your supernatural love, joy, and peace to flow through every fiber of every person's being, body, soul, spirit, heart, mind, will, and emotions. Thank you. All right, so what we are wondering is if the person on your heart and mind that you're thinking of right now, are they your forever person? Are they a lesson? Or maybe they're just the spark, and not just the spark, because the spark is everything, right? Like that. Wow, yeah. So yeah, we want to know if they're your forever, a lesson, or spark that ignites massive change in your soul's journey. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm still trying to think right now how I'm going to structure this. I have so many love decks, but I really want like the Holy Spirit to show us which of those three your person is that you could be dealing with. And I think a lot of these love decks are geared specifically, like they're created and curated like to have a certain tone, and I don't want to I want more of a free flow here. So I think we're going to use a tarot deck. And my eyes just keep staring this one down. I don't know why. So we're going to go with this one. I am going to give it a shuffle. All right, Holy Spirit, who are we dealing with for the people that come across this video? The people who need to know, who need clarity in their heart and mind. Are they dealing with deep soul reflection, a repetitive pattern of like addiction and pain on loop, stuck on repeat? Or is this a catalyst? Is this person a catalyst? Someone meant to just spark like a reminder of who they are. What are we dealing with here? Okay. For my viewers. Whoop. Okay, we have 10 of Pentacles. This is a card of strong foundation. So definitely not karmic. This is strong family, strong foundation, harmony, togetherness, abundance. Let's get a couple more cards. I'm leaning towards catalyst, but I want to get a couple more cards just to be sure. Did you see that? These two just we're going to take these. Bottom of the deck is 2 of Wands in reverse. Oof. Queen of Wands. This is definite. This is like magnetic attraction. And we're going to do the Ace of Swords. I'm not going to take reversals on this because we're trying to determine which of the three. Okay, Holy Spirit, are we dealing with a twin flame? Or is this, I feel like with swords energy and passion and this stability, I really feel like we're dealing with a catalyst. Because the Ace of Swords represents truth, clarity. So it's like that spark that just like shocks the system and you remember who you are. It's like just being unplugged from the matrix, basically. Like, I don't know. There's so many TV shows out there, but like just imagine somebody like incubating in like a tub of goo and they're just totally comatose, and then somebody's like coming to rescue that person, or whatever. I don't know what show I'm thinking. I'm thinking of some show. Maybe I'm thinking of Upload, where they like go get his cloned body that's been plugged in and growing or whatever. But like imagine being plugged in, totally comatose, and then someone comes along and finds you. They're on a mission to find you, and they just, that one action, that single action of pulling the plug wakes you up, and all of a sudden all the fog clears away, all your memories come flooding back, you're totally like reminded of your power, your strength, your identity, your purpose. It all comes flooding back in an instant, and it just took that one touch. Doesn't mean they're your forever person, doesn't mean they're meant, you're meant to be on some kind of romantic level, but it's a catalyst. It sparks meaningful, purposeful, like massive change and growth. But we also have an element of passion and attraction and magnetism here. So that's kind of a twist. It gives me like undertones of like twin flame because of, but there's independence too. This Queen of Wands, she's very attractive, very magnetic, but also super, super independent and knows her power and her strength. And then with the stability, pair that with all the stability. Yeah, I'm going to go with catalyst. I think the person that you have in mind right now is not your twin flame. They're not your karmic. You're dealing with a catalyst, somebody who wakes you up, reignites your passion, your independence, your stability, abundance. It's like your money even may be affected after meeting this person. It's like a hose that's been like kinked up and there's no water flow, and it gets unkinked and all of a sudden it's just like spraying everywhere, water flowing everywhere. So there's some kind of moment of truth that meeting this person has ignited some kind of spark of truth, passion, stability, abundance, security, purpose. You're definitely dealing with a catalyst here. All right, now what we're going to find out is what is the contractual purpose of this connection. We want to know, like, why. What contract was made in the cosmos before time was ever established, or, whatever. Yeah, I can't even. Actually, I want to get a card. What would this person say to you right now before we delve any deeper? What would this person say from their soul to yours right now if they could? Without fear, without judgment, without any outside circumstances influencing anything. Love generates love. I don't know if you can read that. I don't have my good camera, so it's kind of blurry. You will receive positive confirmation of this in the next few days. Keep on loving, and you will keep on receiving even greater blessings in return. Okay, so that's not like really literally a message from them to you, but it's a confirmation for your heart that what you put out, you're going to be receiving in tenfold, 100-fold, I still want to get a message from this person to you, from their soul to yours. Let's see if there's one in here. Okay, it says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims. It simply allows and it gives. That is definitely a hard lesson to really embody. And it's been something that I have been tried to be intentional about when I find myself catching feelings or whatever, I know how I want to be loved, even in just platonic friendships. And so I want to offer that to the people that I claim to love, holding them with an open hand, never trying to possess or claim or dictate or manipulate or control the outcome. Just hold with an open hand and just drink it all in with awe and reverence and just appreciate the gift of what it is right in front of you in that moment. Not clutching, not tweaking it, not adjusting it or fucking with it in any way, just holding it, seeing it for what it is, appreciating it, and allowing it to flit and fly off or whatever it needs to do. It's almost like seeing a rare ladybug land in your hand, and it's not a typical red ladybug, it's rainbow colored or something, and instead of dots, it's got glitter, or, you know what I mean? And you just see this amazing creature that you've never held or seen or touched before in your life, and you're just in awe of it, and you can just hold it and appreciate every moment that it chooses to be in your presence and you sharing your presence. It's just this mutual exchange of energy that's free, because true love is freedom, right? It's not possession. It's not control. It's not fear. Love is free. Free love. I just thought of the hippie movement. But what I'm just trying to say is this is such a on-point message. Give each other space. Let there be closeness between you. I know it sounds like an oxymoron, okay, how is there space if how can I give space if we're close? Because there is really no such thing as separation. I know they talk about twin flame separation period or whatever. That's not even real. time and space and distance, it's all fucking, it's a sham. It's not even fucking real. When you're heart to heart, when your heart is connected to somebody else, you can feel them. Like you can literally feel them as if they're right there with you. There's no distance. There's no time. There's no this or that or external bullshit. It just is. And you can feel it. And you can allow that feeling to come and go and flow in and out freely without trying to meter it or tamper it, or think of free energy, right? I don't know if any of you out there know about like the Tartarian Empire, or like the ether, which used to be on our periodic tables. Like free energy is a birthright. Like that used to be a thing before whatever powers at be decided to imprison us, basically. And like, anyway, I'm not going to get into all that, but we're literally like metered. We're given like not even given. We have to pay for our electricity that's actually all around us and free and within us, and we're electrical beings. My point being is love is not something that can be possessed. And as soon as you start treating it like something that can be possessed or held or captured or divvied out here and there, then you're already losing. So if there's somebody on your heart right now and you're crying yourself to sleep at night, you're aching to hear their voice, to feel their touch, to be near them, just remind yourself that separation is a lie. It's a sham. It's bullshit. You are with them. You are connected. Otherwise, you wouldn't be feeling that ache. So just whisper to the night, thank you. Thank you for this connection. Thank you for the love. I receive it. I give it. And surround this person with love and peace. That's what I do whenever I think of people. I was separated from my kids for a while. Every time I thought about them, I just said, surround Colton and Victoria with peace and love. Surround them with love. Surround them with peace. You know, just keep it flowing. I can feel it. We're never apart. We're never separate. I'm always with them. They're always with me. Your person, the person on your mind, regardless of what the outcome is or what contract you guys have agreed to before this timeline, whatever this is that you are trying to figure out, set that aside for just a moment and just hold it. Just hold it with awe and reverence and utter just one utterance of gratitude for the gift that it is. And realize the more that you hold it with an open hand, the more it flows back to you. The freer it flows, you know, without constraint, without restriction, without the kinks in the hose. Just unkink that hose and just let it flow freely. And you'll see evidence of it showing up in your 3D world. So, we've determined this is a catalyst because it sparks the truth, the passion, the stability, the happiness. And I think out of those three, out of twin flames, karmics, and catalyst, if any of those three are going to end up in a physical union, like a tangible 3D, actual like flesh and flesh togetherness, I think a catalyst would be the one. I mean, that's not to say you haven't ever. I mean, I've definitely like been flesh and flesh with a karmic, and it's been the most toxic, painful. My 30s were wasted on a on and off karmic thing, you know, that just, that one was a heavy lesson, but it broke a lot of chains. It definitely cleared a lot of shit from my subconscious, and I learned a lot from that. Not to say that, healing is ever complete or it's a one-stop shop, because we're always learning and growing. But that was definitely, a karmic connection where I learned to break free from different limiting beliefs surrounding, love and how to embody love and how to understand that love can't be controlled or contained. It's just free-flowing, And then once I learned I am love, it just flows in and out. There's no limit. Then my next lesson became boundaries, because people see your light, and the light draws moths to the flame. It draws everything. The light draws everything. And then boundaries become a matter of, what am I trying to say? I personally feel like my self-respect was directly commensurate to the strength of my boundaries. So for me personally, what am I trying to say? For me personally, like having boundaries or not having boundaries was like totally dictated my level of value, for myself, how I viewed myself. So that was something I had to learn recently, was to, I made a huge mistake, but I mean, are there really any ever mistakes? No, there's not. I mean, there's lessons. I learned the lesson recently to not silence myself to make somebody else feel comfortable, or to put, set my boundaries aside because I was more worried about how the other person felt rather than about my truth and my values, and maintaining, all all the growth that I had acquired over the years. I felt like I lost it all, but that wasn't true. You don't ever lose it, but I forgot it because I got triggered into like survival mode, and then everything I had learned and been practicing just kind of went to the wayside, and I just went into autopilot, right? Your subconscious just kind of takes over, and I silenced my voice. For what? To make somebody else feel better, or made myself smaller for someone else? No, that's not love. That's not loving yourself, certainly. But I'm just kind of touching on all the different, I guess I'm touching on karmics right now. But this reading is about the catalyst. And what I know about a catalyst is you're never the same after. You're never the same after meeting this person. And I do believe that it's someone you instantly recognize, your soul. There's like an instant recognition in either their voice, their eyes, their presence. There's just this instant knowing on a soul level. And then also I think synchronicities pop up everywhere. And that's also just like the universe's way of like reminding you, like, yeah, there's unfinished business here. There's a contract the two of you have created, and you're going to see this through. And it's for your highest good. It's not to, especially a catalyst. Catalyst is definitely not to teach you hard lessons. It's to awaken you and to ignite that remembrance of who you are. And for a moment, you get to see yourself through another's eyes really clearly, and you're just in awe of yourself. Like, what? You exist? I exist? I exist because you exist? Like, I am you and you are me? But it's not in a twin flame kind of like, I am you and me mirror way. It's like a, holy shit, I am motherfucking powerful. Holy fucking shit. I am so loving and so graceful and so funny and so kind and da-da-da-da-da-da and powerful, and I have all these dreams and plans and da-da-da-da. It's just like boom, 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 and then there's no going back. I can't go back to being asleep or in a comatose state after being unplugged. Thank you to my catalysts out there for unplugging me. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into why this catalyst came into your life. We want to know what the contractual purpose is for this connection. So, hang on one sec. I want to check one more thing. I forgot this was on the bottom of the deck. Few options. Restlessness, fear of the unknown, sudden change. Okay, what I think is some of you are mistaking the catalyst for like true love. And you might be holding it with, when I talked about holding love with an open hand, maybe these messages came out to remind you to unclench your fists. Like holding on to it so tightly is going to put a kink in that hose and the love isn't going to flow. And it's based from fear. I feel like there's a fear-based belief or mindset here limiting you from seeing this for the gift that it truly is. Because maybe you feel like you're not going to find another person like this or who ignites you in the same way. Yeah, Two of Cups in reverse. This is disconnected from love. Yeah, there's a fear that you're never going to find your soulmate, your person, your other half. But this isn't even real either, because you already are whole. There's no other half to be found. And I think that's a huge misconception in the whole spiritual community with like, the whole discussion around twin flames, soulmates, yada, 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 divine counterparts. You're already whole. It's just a matter of you realizing it. I have a nose whether or not I look in the mirror. Like, whether I want to acknowledge it or not, I've got a nose. You're already everything you need to know and hold and be and give and take love, like to be the conduit for active love. You don't need another half. It's not about, yeah. So there's definitely still some healing that needs to be done within you and me. I mean, all of us, right? To understand, because I don't think it's like something you ever fully just grasp. I think it's something you have to remind yourself of. You're completely enough on your own. It's just hard because we're in this 3D experience where everything's tangible and we see things in movies and the bullshit social media where people pretend like they have it all together and their marriage is wonderful and their family's beautiful and blah, and it's like you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't really know energetically what's going on. So don't assume that everybody's got this perfect life and this beautiful, husband and wife, soulmate, best friend bullshit connection. Oh my gosh. I lived that. For 10 years, I pretended. I literally hid the fact that I was being beat up every day and shot at by a gun. Like, literally a horror movie, like Julia Roberts Sleeping with the Enemy style, but on Facebook, because that was the cool thing back then when my kids were little and I was a stay-at-home mom. I upheld the image. I enabled that behavior because I put out the image of happy family. Oh, look at the cute crafts we made. Oh, we went to church today. La, la, la. You know what I mean? Like, oh, come over to my little, pampered chef party I'm going to host and we'll cook and la, 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 la. And, oh, happy anniversary to me and my hubby who would just shot a gun at me yesterday, but you know what I mean? Not everybody's as extreme as what I've been through, but the point is everybody does it. They slap lipstick on a pig when the connection's not even real. And I'm not saying nobody has a real true connection with their husband or wife or whatever, but I'm just saying don't compare yourself to that. Because what you're seeing is an illusion. You don't really know the truth behind anybody's connection or marriage or family or whatever. It's that whole, what do they say? Perception is reality. I remember somebody telling me that once, and I was like, that's stupid. They're like, well, it's true. Whatever perception you give, whatever you put out there, people are going to believe. And I tested it. I was a surrogate one time, and I didn't post a word about it on the internet anywhere. Nobody knew. No, except the people that were actually part of my day-to-day life, like my actual friends, my actual family, my kids. But, people at church didn't know. Nobody knew. And I didn't hear a peep. And then once I posted, the maternity photo shoot when the guys came from Israel, they flew out from Israel 2 weeks before I had the baby. And, sorry, my daughter's just coming home. But my Facebook broke. Everybody was shocked and, oh my gosh, you did what? But I had 9 months of peace. Nobody was bothering me. Nobody was judging me. I didn't have to deal with anybody's bullshit because everybody just believed what they saw on the internet or what I put out there. Did you bring me a water? Is that for me? I love you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. My kids work at this popular coffee shop called Seven Brew. And so they used to bring me home coffees and energy drinks. And I felt like Hansel and Gretel being fattened up for the big roast in the oven. Each drink is 5,000 calories, So I'm like, just bring me home a water. I just want water. Don't bring me any iced coffees. Don't bring me any sugary shit. Just water, because they have good filtered water. So I needed this, actually. So thirsty. Okay, what were we talking about? I don't even remember. Okay, well, then maybe I wasn't supposed to continue. I'm just fear-based. I don't know. That's what I was talking about at the bottom of the deck. People feel like they're going to miss out on love. Or I know what I was saying. They look at other people's lives and they assume that they're happily married or happy little family. Nothing's fucking real. I'm not saying there aren't happy families. I definitely had happy moments and made memories and stuff, but you can't compare your life to other people's. You get out of that. As soon as you start going there in your mind, stop, pull yourself out of it. Because that's fear-based. That's thinking I'm missing out on love and connection that everybody else gets to experience. And it keeps you stuck from moving forward and healing. So, sorry, off my soapbox. We're done with that little tangent. I'm just saying, just don't compare yourself, I guess is what I'm saying. So, if you're experiencing a catalyst right now in your life, there's somebody in your life who's igniting you and making you feel alive again and awake and ready to tackle the world and accomplish your goals and your dreams and just light the fire under your ass. That's fucking amazing. Not everybody gets that. And I don't think I've ever experienced that before until recently. And that's part of why I'm actually here now, like showing my face. So I'm grateful. Let's see if there is any. Let's look at that. Let's dive in. I know I want to look into like the why behind this agreement between you and your catalyst, but since we're talking about like the expectation of love, somebody here watching from the bottom of the deck feels like they're disconnected, that they have this person in their life, but it's not, they want it to be more, but it's not more. Let's just see what the energetic, emotional current is between the two of you. What are we looking at here? This catalyst. Oh, we got two. Okay, so we have two groups of people. We've got red hot, spicy sunstone, fun companion, so playful and definitely spicy, so radiating love, creative in bed, and somebody who's fun. So fun and sexy, that's a nice combo. We'll put that over by the Queen of Wands. And then we have just building a bond. This feels more platonic to me. I knew it when they popped out, like with the opposites with red and green. It's like, this is actually not super, super red, but it's like almost red. So I feel like this like it's a flirtation of passion that probably if you tapped into it would not be able to be contained. So this is like definitely like playing with fire energy here. This is more platonic vibes, the ruby zozite, feeling secure, satisfaction in love, building a bond. This is actually, this kind of energy has a longer lifespan. So if you are feeling this with somebody and you're not feeling the passion, be grateful for this, because this is like a best friend for forever, you know? You ever heard people say sex ruins a friendship? I've told my kids that, and they're always like, Mom, because they're not sexually active. I'm just saying, like, don't sacrifice a good friendship because you want to date them, or, you know, don't go there. Just be content with having good friends who are of the opposite sex. Like, it doesn't always have to go towards, ooh, I want to date this person. So yeah, feeling secure. And this definitely aligns with a catalyst, because I personally feel like a catalyst not only like wakes you up, but they also have the capacity to hold you where you're at and make you feel safe and secure in love, even if it's not romantic love. It's not the spicy, fun, sexy stuff. Even if it's just feeling safe and secure to actually see yourself through their eyes and accept who you are completely, if that makes any sense. So building a bond, satisfaction in love. I mean, this could also be all together. I'm just separating it because this is like the sword of truth, clarity, clear vision. This is like stable, secure energy. This is more fiery, passionate, fun, magnetic. Ooh la la, let's not open that Pandora's box energy over here. I want to keep going with these cards. Are so fun. I'm going to get a couple initials. Have a little alphabet deck. Okay, do we have any initials for my peeps watching? A, let's get 4 of them. A, B, F, and Q. So we've got the letter Q, A, Q and A. Okay, maybe you have some questions. Maybe you have some questions about this connection, and that just brings me right back to staying on track. The letter B, and we have the letter F. Oh, BFF, best friends forever. Yes. Okay. Let me get my notes pulled up. Hang on. I'm going to just leave you hanging here for a sec. I really want lemon in my water. 1 second. Oops, shoot. Okay. Sorry, I'm a lemon water snob. And I'm not fasting anymore. I'm really disappointed in myself because I could have kept going. And I gave in to my emotions. I didn't even break my fast properly. Ugh. That's okay. It's all right. I did go the longer than I ever thought possible, like in a million years. But I broke it with Mexican food. So bad. It's so bad to go from like salt water for 3 weeks to Mexican food. Oh well, I'm here. I'm survived. Okay. We want to know the contractual purpose. Why did this person come into your life? Why? I'm hearing no. Okay. Why did this person? Why the catalyst? Why now? Why did they come into your life? Whoa. Are you ready for this? I stand corrected, man. Holy. We have the Ace of Cups. And not just any Ace of Cups. We've got a swan just bathing, reveling in this unlimited flow of love. And swans mate for life. Ace of Cups is like screaming romantic love. So this person definitely, you know, how I was downplaying it, like, you know, some people aren't meant to be a romantic connection, but whoever this is meant for, that is not the case. This is very clear. You cannot, there's no second guessing this. Like, this is literally love. New lover, new romantic partnership. I mean, fulfillment, new beginnings. I guess it could be friendship, but this is definitely like, this is definitely love, guys. Especially when you consider we have all this passion. We have passion, we have truth, we've got secure love. Wow. So this catalyst came into your life to activate love. The frequency of love. And that actually makes sense with the 10 of Cups here because, I'm sorry, the 10 of Pentacles, because this is about security, strong family foundation, money, finances, like abundance. And actually love and abundance are on the same frequency. So like when you're changing the radio station, you're going to find money and love on the same exact frequency. So this is to activate wealth and emotional abundance, fulfillment in your life. What were they meant to awaken, mirror, or heal? What were they meant to awaken, mirror, or heal? What was the person meant to awaken, mirror, or heal? Are you fucking kidding me? The Lover's card. You cannot make you cannot make this stuff up. They're definitely whoever's watching this person was definitely meant to wake you up not only to your purpose, to your power, to free you, to just snap you out of it. They're also meant to wake you up and heal your view on love. I mean, don't penguins do the same thing? Do they mate for life also? What? We've got some serious power couple vibes here. And 6 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Maybe this is a Leo. I mean, I'm looking at this lion. This is strong power couple vibes. This is 6 of Wands actually is victory, triumph, pride, recognition. Like, This is winning in a big, big way. And maybe one, if not one or both of you, maybe are maybe influencers or in the spotlight. This could also represent fame or just public recognition. But what I think this means is this is just a real, this isn't just a fluffy love story. Like, this is actually like a really powerful union. The kind that you see in the movies where everything conspires to keep these people apart or from finding each other. That kind of powerful union. Whew! Wow. Buddy. So now that we look at this from the lens of like divine counterpart and love, which was founded on truth, everything about your connection was clear, transparent, true, honest from the get-go with passion. There was like this mix of platonic and, dancing on the edge of probably very taboo love story there. But it's all meant to awaken abundance in your life in love. And it's so clear. There's no beating around the bush here. I mean, there's no other way to interpret this. This is definitely a love story of the ages. And I love how these penguins are standing in like a cosmic background. I love galaxy stuff. I used to paint. I really want to start painting again. I will. I don't have any space here. I'm in my I fucked up and I went to the Netherlands and I thought I had like more money coming and it never came. And so while I was gone, my kids had to move out of our home that I was the provider for. And now they have their own home now. And I came home to nothing. So all my stuff, I don't even know where like my curling iron is or my makeup, or I'm just like still living out of my suitcase from when I was in the Netherlands. In fact, I had to get my daughter's car towed the other day and I was in like this sweater dress and my, my like knee-high Uggs and my winter jacket. Like I looked like I was dressed for like a blizzard in the middle of like like a heat wave in Texas. And the tow truck guy was like, hey. He looked me up and down and I'm like, I know. I go, don't judge me. I just got back from the Netherlands 3 months ago and I'm still like I haven't gotten into my boxes or things. Like my room got all just packed up. And anyway, I'm just sleeping on the couch. But why am I telling you guys all this? It's fine. Whatever. But the point is, I don't know what my point was. Yeah. Oh, painting. I would love to paint, but my life's I'm not really living fully. Yes, I am. I'm living fully. I'm just not. I don't have a room. I don't have room. I don't have room. I have a little corner in the kitchen. And then I actually start school with my daughter next month. And then I found out that there are universities in Europe that will accept FAFSA, federal student aid. So I applied for a university in Italy and I'm going spring term. Yay! I mean, there's still a few things that need to get worked out before I go, but I'm trusting that it's all aligning perfectly. Excuse me. So I do need to get into my things so that I can like get rid of everything that's not coming with me to Italy. In fact, my son yesterday, he's like, Mom. He was like out in the storage closet digging through my stuff trying to find his birth certificate. And he was frustrated because I have so much crap. He comes into the living room and sits across from me. He's like, all right, Mom, I want you to tell me just 10 books that you own. Name 10 books right now. He picked the worst argument or like thing to try to like test me on because I was like, I love my books. I know exactly which books I got, when I bought them, where I bought them. He's like, you don't read any of them. I'm like, but I will. Don't fuck with my books. Don't come after my books. I love my books. And those are probably going to cost a lot to ship to Italy, but I don't care. Anyway, back to the reading. So this is definitely more than a catalyst. It's definitely meant for more. Definitely not a karmic. And honestly, I know a lot of people think twin flames are meant to be like romantic connections together, but they're really not. Of the three, the catalyst would be one to be, romantic in nature and to awaken a love like this, a love of a lifetime, a love of lifetimes. Of how many times have y'all, I don't know, I'm thinking with the cosmos here behind these penguins, I think this is the closest you've ever been to one another in this timeline. I mean, in any timeline, in any past life, or any time you guys got close to coming into union. I think this lifetime, this timeline you're on right now is the closest you've ever come. So if this is you and you're feeling discouraged, don't be. Because it's here. I asked, why is this connection here for this person? It's here to show you love. Unlimited, overflowing, never ending, unkinked toes, free-flowing love. Regardless of distance, because swans mate for a lifetime, penguins mate for a lifetime. I'm pretty sure. I think, I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure. And they're here to heal your beliefs around love, that love stays, security in love, fun, having fun in love, feeling safe to be completely seen and emotional, sexual, transparent with your thoughts, your feelings, just every aspect of who you are feels safe to show up in this kind of love. That's true intimacy, not crazy wild sex. True intimacy is feeling safe to be seen on every level. And that's what opens the door to connecting, in a meaningful way and a hotter way, with like the spicy stuff. But true intimacy doesn't start in the bedroom. And I feel like this is what you're learning. That's why this person has come into your life, and vice versa, for you to show them how safe love can feel and be. Because this is unlike anything you've ever experienced. You know it and they know it. So the next question I want to ask is, how did this connection transform you? So let's see how, which deck? No? Yeah, okay, I'm hearing yes to this one. How? No? Okay, we're going to go with this one. My son made this out of, he had a girl, they're broken up now, but he and his girlfriend read books together, and this is one of the books they read. It was that Blake Lively movie. It Ends With Us, yeah. So he made flowers after they broke up. He tore out the pages and he made roses. So sweet. He's a little fucking alchemist too. I'm really proud of my kids. Like this girl broke his heart, literally. Definition of a female narcissist, right? Tried to break up with him on his birthday one year. It's always on meaningful days. And then he's with friends one day and crashes his four-wheeler into a tree, and his hand, the bones right here break. And I'm needing to take him to the ER, but she's over breaking up with him for no reason, really. And 2 days later, she posts a picture with her and a new guy on Instagram. Wrapped around him in a swimming pool. So crazy to me. Oh well. Okay. I gotta let that go. I forgive you. Bella. But Alchemist, he took the pain from that. So after she broke up with him, he gets in the car and I drive him to the emergency room, and he's like, "Mom, my heart hurts more than my hand." He's like, my heart's more broken. It was so sad, little 16-year-old. But he took that time with a cast on his hand because he had surgery, right? And with one hand, he taught himself guitar, piano, he painted, he made art, he made these roses with one hand. A kid with a broken heart. Age doesn't determine how, little or how much pain you feel in heartbreak. Heartbreak is heartbreak, man. I'm really proud of him. So he took that pain and transmuted it into creation and evolved himself and elevated himself by learning new skills. And now he's He's a badass who plays guitar. He has an electric guitar and an acoustic, and plays the piano. And he actually just came home tonight from teaching some hottie. He's like, oh, she's such a baddie, Mom. His friend's sister wanted to learn how to play La La Land on the piano, so he went over to her house and taught her how to play La La Land. But he's like, I don't think she's about it, like romantically, right? And I'm like, that's all right. You don't want somebody who's not about it anyway, right? You want someone who's like, fuck yes, I like Colton. You don't want somebody who's like, giving you mixed signals. Nobody wants that. He's like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, so what are we asking? I forgot already. Oh, I wanted to see how this connection transformed you. We know the purpose is for love, right? And to dismiss all your fears regarding love. Ooh, one of my favorite songs about love, I have lyrics from Mumford and Sons framed on my wall. It's that song, I don't even know the name of the song. Shoot, but there's the lines that say, I don't think I can say it. I think I have to sing it. And I don't know why I'm feeling shy all of a sudden. There will come a time you'll see with no more tears, and love will not break your heart, but dismiss your fears. Get over that hill and see what you find there, with grace in your heart and flowers in your hair. So there will come a time you'll see where love will not break your heart, but will dismiss your fears. That's what this love is meant to do. That's what this catalyst, this awakening, this sudden zap is meant to do. It's to dismiss your fears regarding all these beliefs, all the things that you've held on to, that your ancestors have held on to, all the cellular memory that you even have surrounding this. It's all getting wiped clean because of this connection, because of this one catalyst that woke you up. You just have to release your grip on how you think it should unfold or how it should look. But this is pretty encouraging to get confirmation with lovers and the Ace of Cups and secure love, passionate love, fun love, stability, security, maybe even a family together, a future together, based on truth, passion, a magnetism here. Okay, so how is this transforming you? Let's do both of you. How is this connection transforming my viewer? Seven of Wands. Okay, and how's it transforming the other person? Oh, we got 3 for them. Okay. Bear with me one sec. We'll look at the bottom of the deck in one minute. First, let's look at how it's transformed you. So this is like, you know what this makes me think of? Myself. This makes me think of boundaries. This is transforming you because now you have been ignited, right? You've been activated and you remembered who you are. You remembered your value, your self-worth. And now you're not going to put up with any of these little fuckboys' attempts at reaching you or anybody. I mean, I don't mean like literally fuckboy, man or woman, any other person's attempt at literally like piercing your aura or draining or leeching your energy. You're fighting them off like with this newfound ferocity. Like, fuck no. You don't get access to me. You don't get access to me. You don't get access to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to share this. I'm when I got activated from my catalyst, literally, this was so crazy. And like, it was like a different person from every different type of category. I don't even know. I kind of feel vulnerable sharing this, but like, it was like boom, 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 boom. Like 4 different people. I don't want to share like too much info, but like, I don't know how to explain it. Different like categories in regards to like possible romantic connections. And each one was so different from the other, but they all hit a specific like temptation, right? And I was like, I shut them down. I was like, no, fuck no, fuck no, fuck no, fuck no. You know, I was like, hell no, get out of my energy. I'm telling the universe by shutting them down without hesitation, like, that's not what I want. Because when you say yes to things other than what you really want, then you're just playing a losing game, you know? You've got to be intentional. So what this has done to transform you is giving you the ability and the strength to stand your ground, know your value, know your worth, respect yourself, respect the connection here, and shut down anything and everything that doesn't even hold a candle to what you're experiencing here. That's what's transformed in you, your ability to hold strong boundaries against all the counterfeits out there. I love it. Lemon water. Love it. Your person, how this connection has transformed them. We got 3. Wow. I think this connection has given them the strength to actually take action. I think they may have been the one to unplug you that snapped you awake, but once they snapped you awake, like the soul recognition sparked something within them where they had been, they'd been awake, but they'd been like a walking zombie kind of. You were comatose, they were a walking zombie walking through their life, you know? And now you've awakened something within them that makes them want to explore, makes them want to break free from feeling stuck in their life. Look at this little guy's got like an endless to-do list. Almost like this person is like, I don't know, feels like a robot of like, what am I good for? You know, just this, do 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 this. Every day's Groundhog Day. Is that a groundhog? It looks like a little pig. I don't know. But this energy right here, this card represents lack of follow through, just kind of like a stuck energy. And 2 of Wands, even just looking at the picture, like he is happily with a smile on his face exploring the wilderness, right? But 2 of Wands is all about making a decision. So you've activated them. It's like a slow progression from being stuck and doing the same thing every day, being in this boring routine of life into, you know what, maybe there's more to life. There's more that I haven't done yet that I want to do. And the Fool is all about a new beginning, a spontaneous new adventure. And so what I think, what you've sparked within them is this desire to do more with their life, to not just settle for the status quo or for what they've been living for so far. I hope I'm making sense to somebody out there. If I'm making sense to you, please let me know in the comments, because it's encouraging for me to know that I'm not crazy when I do these readings. The bottom of the deck, there's definitely some deception here. We've got 7 of Swords, which is like lying, cheating, deceit. Hangman in reverse, holding back. Hierophant in reverse. This is, you know, the Hierophant can represent traditions, you know, it's the status quo of living life, marriage. Upside down could mean like, I mean, it means freedom, but it could mean a divorce. But what I think here is, what is this? Hold on, I just need to stare at this. It's all yellow. I feel like that's significant. We've got yellow, we've got wildflowers. I think we have a desire. I think what we see is a desire for more brightness, for more light in their life, more sunshine, more life, more light, more just lightness. This is an energy of holding back, an energy of freedom, and this is freedom from what? From the lies, from the deception. Maybe these are self-imposed lies. Maybe they're lies. I don't know, but like maybe they're deceiving themselves, and they're awake to that now, and they want to break free from this. They don't want to hang here forever stuck and the endless to-do list of everyday life of living until they die, you know? They want freedom from that. Freedom from maybe deceiving themselves. Yeah, their life has been, this is a card of unfulfillment. The sun is not shining. They want the sun to shine on their life. Like, I feel like you've given them a taste of the sunshine. And it's inspired them to want more for themselves. And they're on the cusp of taking a leap of faith into a new, super fulfilling new beginning. And you've reminded them of their fire and their strength and their roar and their power. That's really beautiful, actually. Where are we at in time? Oh my, how am I at an hour? Ooh, okay. I think there was a couple more questions. Oh, I want to know what is unfinished or still in motion. So, what is unfinished within this connection? This is not a tarot deck, but I've just got pulled to this, so we're going to see if this will give an answer. Is there any unfinished business between these two people in this soul contract? This makes me laugh because this is me. I'm always told that I'm like a bull in a china shop. Do you see this bull? I don't know, this light's not very strong. He's got all this shattered china. Oh, sorry. And the look on his face is, did I do that? Like Steve Urkel style. Did I do that? Support, tact. Okay, before I even look, I don't want to look at what these cards mean. I just want to go off my intuition. And I asked, is there anything unfinished? And I think yes. I think you're meant to support one another through life's messes. Through the chaos, through whatever may come, whatever may break. I think you're meant to be a support for one another. A support based on unconditional love. You know, without holding love with an open hand, without clinging, without trying to own it, without trying to possess or control outcomes. Just pure love and admiration and support for one another through the messes that life, you know, inevitably brings. Okay, I'm going to read you this card. It says tact. I speak and act with care, remembering that impulsive words or a harsh tone can sometimes hurt others. If it feels like I'm walking on eggshells, I'll remind myself that those eggshells might actually be a shop full of china, and I might actually be a bowl. Then I'll remind myself to stop mixing metaphors. Okay? I don't really feel like any of that stood out to me, other than the fact of what I got from it is that, you know, sometimes shit happens, and it sucks to be alone in the brokenness. So you're meant to be a support to one another. Support. It says, I look at the vast network of support in my life, and I'm reminded of what a superpower it gives me. At any moment, I can call on an army of top-notch people who want the best for me, which means I'm basically invincible. Take that, loneliness. Run for the hills, boredom. I'm sorry, what'd you say to me? Pervasive, all-consuming anxiety? Damn right you didn't. Right? What is it? Damn right you didn't. I don't know how, like, that whole snappity thing goes. But it's like that attitude of like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Yeah, that's what I thought. Shut the fuck up. You know, like I got people in my corner. So I feel like you're meant to be supportive to one another in this way. I think that's yes. I think there will always be unfinished business between the two of you. I think you're meant to be at the very least that for one another. Supportive. Somebody who wants the best in all circumstances for the other. Isn't that true love? Like sacrificing your wants and needs for, that may not be true love. Maybe that's not a good example, because I feel like you should always meet your own needs first, because then you're not looking to somebody else and trying to drain somebody else to meet your needs for you. But you know what I mean? Like, it's definitely an act of love to be able to say, I'm here for you and I support you in whatever decision you make. You're not alone in life anymore. You're just not. You're not alone. That's love. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. That's security too. That's secure love. Because sometimes even like the warm, fuzzy, emotional stuff can be terrifying and make you want to like withdraw and pull back and isolate, because your experiences of love in the past have been all consuming, and it takes your autonomy away. It takes your identity away. It like just sucks the life out of you. But if you can show somebody that love is safe and that love is not all consuming, that it's just an open hand or just a hand on someone's shoulder saying, I'm here. I'm here. You're not alone. I'm here if you need me. You know? All right. Last question. What do you need to remember or reclaim? A final message from your higher self. What do you need to remember or reclaim? I'm going to close it out with this. What do you need to remember or reclaim? You know what? This card is just going to be the one. Whatever it is. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. You need to reclaim your power. You need to remember how fucking powerful you are. This is the Emperor. This is major arcana. This is boss level energy. No one can touch you. You are... This is like ultimate authority. Like, you are the ultimate authority on your life. No evil eye, like no ill will, no spells, no whatever, whatever people try to like put on you can stick. You're so protected. And you don't even have to ask for the protection. It's just there. It's just a given. Wow. You need to remember who the fuck you are and how powerful you are. Both of you. You and your person here. Emperor energy. That's huge. Leadership, authority, control. Yeah, you're very, very powerful. Your words have power. Your thoughts have power. Your intentions hold power. You're not alone. This connection is not meant to torment you emotionally. It's meant to remind you who the fuck you are and to remind you that you are the source of love. And it's not something like you are source. It's not something that can be divvied or weighed or rationed. It's just, boom, it is who you are. So you're here to remember that love is safe. You can give it freely, hold it freely, know who you are, know that you're not alone in this journey, in this life, and this catalyst didn't come into your life to make you feel lack or like you're missing out on love, right? Remember that fear on the bottom of the deck about feeling like you're missing out on love and everybody else has their happy ever afters and you don't? That's not what this is about. This is here to remind you of your power, remind you of your strength, remind you that love is not just a resource, it's just inherent. It's just part of who you are. It's part of the very fabric of your being. And you get to show love to this person and they get to show love back to you through the way of being a support and a friend. And yeah, there's also very passionate, magnetic, sexual undertones too, but let that come when it's ready. Don't force it. This is so profound in and of itself without worrying about all that stuff. This is really beautiful. I'm going to leave this here. And normally I like to close my readings out, but I don't have all my normal decks of cards that I normally have. So yeah, we're just going to leave it here. I'm looking at my other decks and none of them really jump out at me. So we'll leave it here. And I hope this was helpful to somebody out there wondering if their connection was either karmic, twin flame, or catalyst. Tonight, definitely catalyst was highlighted, with so much more. This is just mind-blowingly awesome. And hopefully you found value in this, and I will be back every day. I'll be posting something. I don't know what, but we'll figure it out as we go together. I love you. Sleep well. Take what resonates, toss the rest, and remember that you literally are source. There is no cap or limit to your power, to your authority, to the love that you give and receive. And this connection is meant to awaken you to that. I love you. Good night.